Pre-season ahead of the Formula 1 2021 season got underway, spread across 2 tests at the Circuit of Catalunya and Silverstone. For 2021, there has been a major aerodynamic rule shake-up, with the new cars being wider, lower and visibly more aggressive in the pursuit of downforce. The V8 hybrid systems have stayed put for 2021 after there were debates about changing it last season, but ultimately the FI have postponed any change until more discussions have been had. Because of this year will be set to be less of an engine formula perhaps, and all about the development race across the season. The first team to break cover early in Catalunya were Jaguar Racing, who come into 2021 as the reigning Constructors World Champions. And despite much speculation of an inter-team breakdown following their crash at last season's finale, they keep on the 2-time world champion aarava alongside the 2016 world champion Stoffel van Dorn. The pair have supposedly both signed new lucrative contracts that have helped diffuse any tensions still left over from how their season ended last year. The Jaguar team will be hoping for more reliability this season and hope to avoid any huge gearbox issues they faced last year. Mclaren Honda will be another team looking to make up for last year and unveiled a striking vibrant orange car driven by Daniel Ricciardo and Lando Norris. Norris last year was of course at Williams Honda in an effective junior team drive there, but after showing much promise and with McLaren losing faith in Kevin Magnussen, decided to promote Lando to the top drive alongside their one and only race winner in 2020, Daniel Ricciardo, who's looking to bounce back after a difficult end to the season. In stark contrast, Audi enter 2021 in high spirits. They may have been beaten to the Constructors title, but Carlos Sainz comes to this year as the reigning world champion and is looking forward to his 3rd year with the team. But following a string of poor results, Audi have decided quite harshly to not enter discussions with Perez on a 3rd year and instead gone for the biggest transfer deal in recent F1 history. Audi will reportedly be paying $120 million to the 2019 world champion Max Verstappen, who signs on to join his former Toro Rosso teammate at the German outfit. Carlos and Max looked quick throughout testing, and the Audi car will most likely still be the car to beat heading into this next year. Williams have faced much change over the winter. Following McLaren's decision to promote Norris, they were left looking for a second driver and had been considering some form of pay driver, but in stepped a familiar old name to help out. BMW returned to Formula 1 in 2021 as a title sponsor and technical partner to Williams and have boosted their funding and therefore their hopes of improving this year. The team will still be using Honda engines as their contract still runs to the end of this year, but rumours suggest BMW are then looking to take over and build their own engines for Williams. Due to their new budget though this season, Williams have signed on Esteban Ocon from Renault following the Frenchman's frustration from 2020, and also Sergio Perez, who was in desperate search of a drive after having been booted out harshly by Audi. After a quiet and almost embarrassing season last year, the monster Mercedes racing team are looking to start afresh for this year. Having already lost Verstappen to Audi, they decided to promote one of their junior drivers, Mick Schumacher, to a top race seat to replace Pascal Wehrlein. Wehrlein and Mercedes mutually part ways after 5 years of loyal service, with Pascal looking for a change of scenery and challenge. So with that still left one seat to be filled at Mercedes, and in steps up another equally big transfer deal for this season. One Sebastian Vettel, the 5-time world champion, who had already confirmed he would be leaving Ferrari in the finale of Brazil last season, signed pen to paper to the energy drinks company and says he's relishing the challenge of spearheading an all-German lineup. Monster Energy continue to pump money into their Formula 1 efforts after tasting victory with Verstappen in 2018, and equally share Mercedes' passion of bringing up young talent. Their effective B team, Monster Rehab Racing, retains the race-winning female German driver Sophia Flörsch and signs up the young Brit George Russell to partner her. George will be a hot prospect to challenge Flörsch after winning GP3 and F2 previously, and completes a very scary lineup of 4 Mercedes drivers on the grid for 2021. Another team bringing talent from junior categories this season is Renault. After 3 long difficult years, Renault, after closing down their Formula E programs, have decided they want to commit to Formula 1 and get back to the front in a long-term plan. To do this, they retain Valtteri Bottas, who scored their only points last year, and have promoted their junior driver Jack Aitken to partner him. With more funding now available to them, they have their eyes set on rapid improvement through 2021. The same could be said of Haas Chevrolet, who last year debuted the Chevrolet Power Unit, which proved to be a quick one in qualifying, but lacked consistency over a race distance. Haas bagged multiple top 4 grid spots, but only managed to convert one of them to a race win. Going into this season though, they signed Pascal Wehrlein to drive alongside his compatriot Nico Hülkenberg. Haas will be hoping Wehrlein, who is experienced in being a top team now, can help steer them to more victories sooner rather than later. Chevrolet increased their presence in F1 this year though, after Red Bull's rollercoaster year with Honda in 2020, which saw their rookie Nico Kari win a race. They ultimately decided to not extend their one-year deal with Honda. Instead, they've ended up partnering with Chevrolet, with sponsorship compensation being given to Haas as part of the deal. Of course, entering the sport, Haas believed their deal was going to be exclusive with Chevrolet, but in this way, Haas gains funding and also a direct comparison for their chassis in doing so. Red Bull stick with their 2020 lineup of a loyal Pierre Gasly and Nico Kari, who will now enter his second season in F1. And finally, the men in red, Scuderia Ferrari, come to 2021 with a beauty of a car, and with one of the most exciting lineups they've had as a team in a while. The Italian Antonio Giovinazzi retains his seat and becomes the team leader, and Ferrari have promoted Charles Leclerc to drive alongside him after showing great promise last season. They hope this lineup can bring them back to consistent glory rather than a fleeting one from last season. And after taking the big decision to shut down their entire B team program, and along with it pulling Alfa Romeo out of Formula 1, it's clear they're focused on winning this year. So that's how MyDriver Season 7 in the 2021 season is shaping up. No one really knows what the season's going to look like, but all you can be sure of is that a move around the outside will be made once or twice this season. Thanks for watching, till next time, goodbye.